What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell because we're
on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
In the Northeast, they do this thing where they sniff you. It's really weird. They they're hugging you and they like breathe in. Sort of. It's so funny. And they do it to little kids like.
What? Well, no, you turn your head.
I don't know. Like, naturally, we have an aroma about us that, like, perfume, cologne, like a little drip on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna hit you before you approach.
I'll take it as a compliment because I always
like you could be standing a few, like 2 steps to the right of me, and they'd be like, "You have on some cologne that smells really nice. What is it?" You know what I'm saying? That's how conversation start. But just to come in and just get a big sniff of your head or something.
Yeah, but imagine if me and you were not people who wore, smell goods.
Smell like my house.
Yeah, I'll be like, I stink or something.
I must smell like my house is clean, nice and but
yeah, but I'm saying somebody just sniffing me, and I'm not knowing that that's a part of their culture. I would be like, I stink or something.
Yeah, like what you doing? Stop it.
Top of their head, sort of a thing. It's just like a really affectionate thing to do. So I guess if that happens to you, don't freak out. But the general greeting of anyone you meet, like the first time, is that you shake their hand and then you kiss them on both cheeks.
Heard that. Yeah,
and so like everyone, like when you first meet them, that's what you do.
But they kind of have a culture of sharing, like basically what's yours is mine kind of a thing. They would eat everyone's food, or like they'd always be like, oh yeah, go ahead and eat my food. So that was something to get used to because it's so much different. Us as Americans, like we're used to being like, oh, I bought this and this is
not hard. Yeah,
mine.
No, he's telling the truth. I don't see us having like a big sit down and everybody just keep eating off your plate.
No.
I'm talking about consistently like eating off your plate. Like maybe if you have like a plate lunch, you have like a barbecue or whatnot, or some food truck, and he's like, yo, hit these fries, they're hitting. You know what I'm saying? Go try them out. Go buy your own. Like, then that's the case, but not too much of people just eating off your plate. Like,
no, but one thing that we do is like we'll have platters. Like if we go out with friends or something, we'll have platters.
Yeah.
Like we'll get a certain amount of hot wings, fries, mozzarella sticks, fried pickles.
Games, man. Like especially on game days.
Crawfish balls. Just lay it all out. We all
going off.
Yeah.
That's how we conversate it, you know what I'm saying?
But when it's a plate lunch, baby, this is my food. That's your food. I'll give you something off of my plate.
It's $5.99 at the truck.
Go get it.
Go get yourself.
To help us find this address. Or no, not even that. We just said, hey, do you know where this house number is? And this guy was like, no, I didn't see it, but I'll help you find it. So he walked with us for like 10 minutes. Just stopped whatever he was doing and helped us find that house. And it's just so incredible. They're just so helpful.
The things will tease you, and they're very direct. And so there are several times I'd walk into someone's house and they'd be like, Elder, you are so much fatter than you were yesterday. And I'd be like, thank you. Like, you just come with it. Or like you walk in with a zit and they're like, oh my gosh, you have a giant zit on your forehead. I know. I know. I can feel it. And so they're not trying to offend you. They're not trying to rough you up there. It's a way of like bonding in a sense. It shows proximity. Another aspect of Brazilian culture that I love is they call it the jeitinho. Jeito means way. It's like almost like style, you can say. And jeitinho means like the little way. And it's this knack Brazilians have to always make something work out. They are the most resourceful people. If something's broken, they'll find a way to fix it. If they feel like they run into a dead end, they'll find a way around it. And that's something I really didn't realize that in America here. We're just like, okay, well, if it's broken, get another one, that kind of thing. Which is really common. But Brazilians will always find a way. And generally, that means you'll see some really weird things happening. Like people will be driving like a wagon with a motor down the street. You're like things that are like, maybe you shouldn't find a way to do that. But you know what I mean? So they're really resourceful. They don't give up easily. I remember we ate at this lady's house. I told her I was American, and she did not believe me. And so you have a big black population in Brazil, and they're just like really mixed people. So they come in every variety of shade and color. I was very flattered, of course. The best way she thought of to prove that I was Brazilian was to have me sing a song.
Sing a song is crazy.
So she's like, sing a song. And I was like, what song? She's like, I don't know, an American song. So I sing an a cappella song by Inside Out. I just like sung the chorus or something. It's a little fun and soulful, and she like looked at me for a little bit. She was like, I still think you're Brazilian. And like,
come on, man.
Perfect English, I know this song, and she's just like, right.
That's funny. That's funny.
I love Brazil. Probably a little bit too much. Well, as I was in Brazil, I realized that their culture is just so awesome, and they have a lot of things that they do in their culture that we don't do here in the United States. And then vice versa, there are a lot of things we do that they don't do. And I feel like both had really stable strengths, you know? There's this thing that Brazilians do when they meet you, and they treat you like they've known you for the longest time. They treat you like a relative they haven't seen for a couple Christmases, you know?
Their energy.
And it's always this really sweet reunion, kind of a celebration. So that's something I love about Brazil. They're also very decorative people. Like, and pretty much everything they do is they put presentation into it. And Brazilian cakes, regardless of how they'll taste, will look super good. They'll look super fancy. I mean, the wardrobe when it comes to, like, you know, parties and stuff.
Yeah.
They make sure it's all out. Even parties for little kids. They'll throw parties for, like, you know, a 1-year-old, like 6-month old, I guess. It's just like the event of the neighborhood, you know.
I love that.
Now that's fine.
Presentation matters. From food to a party, anything.
Yeah.
The way you go outside, that matters.
Yeah. And people think you being what? How they say it? You being bougie, you being fancy, or you trying to flex. Nah, I feel like, me personally, it's a thought that counts. Like, if you put a thought into something and you want it, and okay, arrogance and all that stuff, how people, you know, act when they do certain stuff, we're going to slide that to the side. We're going to look at the positive outlook of it. When you're putting thought into it, I feel like it matters, right? It makes people feel like you care. It makes them feel wanted, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it's a number of things that adds on to when you do stuff and the gift looks like you actually thought about it. It just means so much more.
Yeah, I like that. I love Brazil.
It's kind of funny because this kid pretty much has no idea what's going on, but they're going to have the whole, like, photo booth set up, everyone in the neighborhood invited, the fanciest cakes and, like, decorations. They really go big or go home, you know? They just go big. A staple at every meal is going to be beans and rice. If they don't have rice, they'll have beans and pasta, which is really strange at first, but it's actually really good. Even if you go to a fancy restaurant, people will get beans and rice. That's just
beans and rice, A1.
You have to have it. People make fresh juices all the time. You won't want it any other way. They're delicious.
I like that.
And they pretty much, they'll cut up a fruit, throw it in a blender with some sugar and water, and bam, it's delicious. They always, I guess, garnish their salad with, like, olive oil and vinegar, or just olive oil and salt, which is so good. It sounds weird, but I do it to this day. There are some Brazilian foods which are different, you know. And there's a really common food called feijoada, and it's like, it consists of, like, black beans mixed in with, like, pig ears and pig knuckles and all the weird parts of like the animal that, like, no one would want, because that's what slaves ate, you know. They ate the leftovers that no one wanted. But it's such a big part of Brazilian culture now that they make it, of course, nowadays, but they use, like, the good parts of the animals. They use, like, kind of like dehydrated meats to cook in there with it, so they don't, like...
Okay, Come on, man. So our food, we now call that soul food. We all had to make something out of nothing, right? Yeah. And we call our food soul food now. What do you all call your food? We'd love to know it.
Yeah, big facts.
Fall apart. It's super good. It's so good. And refusing someone's food is super rude. So never do it. So there's this song, tongue twister song called Mane Pipoca. Mane Pipoca. I don't even think that means anything. It goes, Emiama, Enie ne mane pe, ipi mane pipio, po mane pipo, se aka mane pipoca, se aka, pe o poca po, pe ipi, capopi, enie ne capopine, Emiama capopine ma.
Adopt him at this point, baby.
Yeah, they say he's Brazilian.
He is cultured. Okay?
Everything about you that was American is out the window. They don't see it no more.
No.
Man.
After that song, he really Brazilian now. He has really immersed himself in the culture. He has been talking, and all these points have been coming up. He's been the longest person talking so far.
Big facts. I mean, that's how you do it though. Like when you move to a certain location and you know it's gonna be home for you, it's like diving deep into the culture, diving deep into the riches, diving deep into the lifestyle is important, because if you don't do that, you will still be the outside of the whole thing, you know. And
that's how I want us and the kids to be when we come back from our trips. I want us to be able to just flow everything that we have learned from the people groups, and that's why it's important to not just be in a hotel, right, and not just go to the tourist adventures and things. Go and really pour into the local economy, spend time with the local people, so that you can Sing a whole song like this.
Hey, basically, they got this little thing that we say. It's like, oh, it's our second home. Mm-hmm. That's how we want it to be. Every time we pull up, it's got to be like our second home. You know.
So you sound like Portuguese. Me and my companion were walking down the street. We were walking past these gates, and we walked past one house that just didn't have a gate. It was weird because it was just like gate, no gate. And so at one point, I looked down at the house, and all I see is just this big dog just coming right at me.
Oh, they don't need a gate.
And it was about like a couple yards away, and I just straight up flipped out. Like,
that's crazy.
I just, and it wasn't even like a cool flip out where I was like, "Get away from me, dog!" It was like, ah! Like I just my body just like did 15 things at once, and it was ugly. Like I just like freaked out and made a weird noise, and like the dog like stopped, and I cocked its head to the side. And then just like turned around and walked in the other direction. I'm pretty sure the dog was like, "This kid's unstable. I'm gonna get a disease if I bite him." I was happy because it saved the day, but then at the same time, like everyone in the street had just witnessed this because they heard me make that weird like jelly noise, and so they were having a good laugh at it. A lot of bats. I got pooped on a couple times by a bat. I was like, "How does that happen? Don't you guys like sleep upside down?" I remember one morning I
wait a minute, we ain't gonna go past that.
He said, "Don't y'all sleep upside down?" Pigeons and seagulls. Probably the main two ones you want to avoid. Oh, and I wouldn't say crows. I wouldn't say crows because they usually on the ground half the time.
Them vultures, they
not even vultures. Vultures be on the ground half the time too.
Yes, but when you rolling past in your car, they be looking at you like you next.
Pigeons, blue jays.
Okay.
Blue jays.
Okay, yeah.
And seagulls, depending upon where you at.
Yeah, we deal with a lot of that here.
Yeah.
But y'all didn't tell us nothing about no bats. Y'all didn't say nothing about a bat.
See, she never let me go yet, huh?
Yes, right. Because I have a vivid memory of a bat when I was walking home with my siblings at night from a store, and we passed by this big oak tree, and all these bats came out. Oh my God, we ran home, and I've been afraid of bats ever since. You know how you fear something that you don't even know about, like fear of the unknown? That's my fear of that.
Yeah.
I don't want to experience nothing about a bat.
They really do be thirsty too.
My Lord.
Yeah. They get on you if they could.
And I opened this closet to get out like this, like, you know, something to put on the ground. And I just remember seeing this like giant brown winged creature just like fly in my face. And of course, like every normal human being, I freaked out. Like I lost it. I was just screaming and stuff. And like I thought it was, you know, the devil of bats or something, or like the queen of all birds. I just panicked. And
we're gonna stop him right there.
Closet.
Yeah, that's they ended that one with a banger because that's definitely something I wouldn't expect. I didn't know about. Like that bats is that bad. I can say that bad or that bad. We're gonna stick with that one. That's crazy.
Tell us what to avoid the bats, okay? Because if you can't open the closet, oh man.
Bro, our bats here, they screech and like at nighttime. Like you'll see them flying around at night. Tad bit, not as much. Not as much. We have bats, but they're not as like problematic, if you can say. Like they ain't gonna be on your face type stuff.
My heart is racing. I don't like animals like that. Okay, I like the safaris, yeah, but I don't want to touch nothing. Whew.
I will show y'all a picture of a bat. It's actually a video that I caught, but I don't think we got enough time. That's enough for this.
All right, y'all. This seemed cool.
Facts.
This seemed cool. Let us know what else we should share about Brazil. The people, the culture, fun things, interesting things. Let us know. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.